Ever felt like building a modern web app with React and Next.js feels like assembling IKEA furniture with missing instructions? You're not alone. What if I told you there's a blueprint to consistently build robust, scalable, and genuinely enjoyable applications? Look, the React and Next.js ecosystem moves at warp speed. Staying on top of best practices, database integrations, testing, and deployment isn't just about writing code. It's about building future-proof systems that don't become a nightmare to maintain. This isn't just theory, it's about shipping real products. By the end of this video, you'll have a rock-solid mental model and actionable patterns for building complete, modern TypeScript application from Frontend to Backend, deployable and testable. The modern Next.js landscape, a paradigm shift. First off, let's talk TypeScript. Honestly, if you're still building serious React apps without TypeScript, you're just making your life harder. It's not just about catching errors. It's about better tooling, clearer intent, and a vastly improved developer experience. Real talk, it's practically a requirement now, with over 80% of new React projects adopting it. Next.js, specifically the app router, completely changed the game. If you're coming from the Pages router, this is a significant mental shift. We're talking about server components, streaming, and a whole new way to think about data fetching and rendering. Some devs swear by the simplicity of Pages. Others embrace the power of the app router. My take, embrace the app router. It's the future, even if the learning curve feels a bit steep initially. Mastering core React/Next.js patterns. Okay, so data fetching in the app router is a whole different beast. Forget get server-side props for a moment. We're now talking about async server components that fetch data directly, or using server actions mutations. For client-side data, libraries like TanStack Query or SWR are still king for caching and revalidation. It's a spectrum, and choosing the right tool for the right job is key. For state management, the landscape has also evolved. With server components, a lot of what used to be global client-side state is now handled on the server. For the remaining client-side state, React context is often enough for simpler apps. If you need something more robust, honestly, libraries like Zustand or Jotai are fantastic. They're lightweight, performant, and don't come with the mental overhead of some older solutions. I genuinely think the days of massive Redux boilerplate for every app are largely behind us. Database integration, your backend story. When it comes to databases, Postgres is still my go-to for most projects. It's robust, battle-tested, and incredibly versatile. For Next.js, Versal Postgres or Supabase are fantastic, offering seamless integration and often generous free tiers. PlanetScale is another excellent choice if you're leaning into serverless and need a highly scalable, MySQL-compatible option. The key is choosing something that scales with your ambition, not just your initial MVP. All right, if you've been nodding along, you're probably already ahead of the curve. But here's where it gets really interesting, connecting all these pieces into a coherent, maintainable system. We've talked about the individual tools. Now let's see how they dance together to form a truly modern stack. Wild, right? Now, for interacting with that database, you need an ORM or a query builder. Prisma has been the reigning champion for a while, offering excellent type safety and a robust schema migration system. But a hot take, Drizzle ORM is rapidly gaining ground, especially in the Next.js ecosystem. It's lighter, often faster, and feels more TypeScript native in its approach. Some devs find Prisma's generated client a bit heavy, and Drizzle addresses that directly. It's worth exploring both, but I'm increasingly leaning towards Drizzle for new projects. Testing strategies that actually work. All right, let's talk testing. I know it's not the sexiest topic, but it's where robust apps are truly built. Unit testing with Vitist or just for your utilities and pure functions is non-negotiable. It's fast, gives you immediate feedback, and catches those small, isolated bugs. Bear with me here, this part is dense, but crucial for long-term project health. We're aiming for high confidence without sacrificing development speed. Moving up the pyramid, integration testing with React Testing Library helps you ensure your components play nicely together. This isn't about internal implementation details. It's about testing how users interact with your UI. And then there's end-to-end testing with Playwright or Cypress. Honestly, I think E2E is often overlooked, but it's your last line of defense. It simulates a real user journey through your entire application, catching issues that neither unit nor integration tests ever could. Yes, they could be flaky, but the confidence they provide is unparalleled. Deployment and beyond, from code to cloud. Once your app is coded and tested, you need to get out there. For Next.js, Versal is the obvious, almost default choice. It's built by the same team, offers incredible developer experience, and integrates perfectly with the app router server-side capabilities. You push to Git, Versal builds and deploys. Simple as that. For CI/CD, GitHub Actions are your best friend. Automate your tests, linting, and even deployments directly from the repository. It saves so much headache in the long run. Quick side note, monitoring and logging are your eyes and ears in production. Tools like Sentry for error tracking and Logtail for centralized logging are invaluable. Don't skip these steps. Seriously, the first time a critical bug hits production and you have no idea why, you'll wish you had them. And finally, about edge functions. They're super cool for specific use cases like personalization or A/B testing, but honestly, for most standard CRUD applications, they're not strictly necessary. Don't over-engineer from day one. Build what you need, then optimize. Let's recap. The modern Next.js landscape demands TypeScript and embraces the app router for server-first rendering. Effective data fetching combines server components, server actions, and client-side caching with libraries like TanStack Query. Postgres with ORMs like Drizzle or Prisma provides a robust and type-safe backend. A multi-layered testing strategy, unit, integration, E2E, is crucial for confidence and stability. Seamless deployment with Versal and automated CI/CD via GitHub Actions streamlines your workflow. The key takeaways: prioritize TypeScript for maintainability and developer experience. Leverage server components for initial data fetching to improve performance and simplify client-side state. Invest in a comprehensive testing suite. E isn't optional for serious apps. Automate your deployment pipeline from day one. Choose tools that fit your project scale, but don't over-engineer for simple needs. If this helped you understand something new, consider supporting the channel. Every bit helps keep these videos free for everyone. Drop a comment with your thoughts on the app router or your favorite ORM. I genuinely love hearing your perspectives.